Hey everyone, so I want to show you this piece of equipment that I built for a project that I'm working on, which is a homemade Steadicam. Now for those of you who are unaware, Steadicam is essentially a piece of film equipment that you use to get handheld shots that is weighted so it eliminates shakiness. Now sometimes, depending on the camera you have or the type of shots that you want to get, these professional grade Steadicams, because Steadicam is a brand, can run you hundreds of dollars, maybe thousands, again, depending on what you want and what your budget is. Now, of course, for a lot of independent filmmakers who don't have that financial freedom, they're going to look for alternatives. And there are hundreds, probably, of great tutorials that show you how to make a Steadicam from PVC pipe and metal piping and things you can get from a hardware store. Well, those are great. I figured out a way to do it by not spending any money and just use various things I had around my house. So, and I'm going to show you what I did, so maybe this will inspire you to come up with your own design or just copying mine. So, the first thing that I use is a tripod. Now, with this, you're not going to want to get a good tripod. In fact, the opposite. You're going to want to get the cheapest tripod you can get. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because this is going to be something you're going to need to break in certain ways. And if you have a big, expensive tripod, um, for all you know, if this doesn't work out, then you're not going to lose that much money. And it's also just easier to break apart. So you're going to need to have a cheap tripod. You're going to need to have a weight. Right here I'm using a 5-pound weight from a dumbbell that I had. You can get these at any sort of sporting goods store, like in the States, Dick's Sporting Goods, or just any place that would sell weights. I'm using a 5-pound weight. Originally I used a 2.5-pound weight, but I didn't find that to be as good and as weighted, and I didn't get the right shots that I wanted, so I replaced it with a 5-pound weight. But you're not going to want to go past 5 pounds. And the last thing you're going to need is duct tape or electrical tape, or both. So, what I did was I took the tripod and I took off all 3 legs. Now, the legs snap off here. They're not really supposed to, but um, that's how it's manufactured, is the legs just sort of snap on right here. So I took those off, and the part that connects it to the bottom of the base of the tripod, um, I took a hammer and just broke those off. And I took the piece that connected the legs to the base of the tripod and turned it upside down to help with the weight. And what I did on the bottom here is I covered the bottom in about, I'd say, 15 to 20 layers of duct tape. And this was just to keep everything in place, and it worked very, very well. On top, I did something similar, just the weight was shaking around a lot, and that's not very good. It creates a lot of just noise, and it's just, you want to keep everything very stable. And I had some pieces right here and on the bottom to keep it in place. And right here, I added some electrical tape just to give it a good grip, because you're going to be holding on to this part right here. Um, and it was also just to give it more of a deep dark style. I'm considering putting some electrical tape on the parts with the duct tape just to give it more of a good looking style. You can do whatever you'd like when it comes to it. You can spray paint it if you want. And right here I kept one of the legs, and how it snaps on here and it would normally go down, I turned it upside down so when it snaps it just stays like this. Now technically you don't have to do that, but it's just an extra handle to keep everything smooth, because that's what you really want with the Steadicam. And that's really all there is to it. Like I said, this cost me nothing, but keep in mind this is a junk build. So you can do whatever you want when it comes to your own Steadicam. I've seen some people literally take a dumbbell similar to this one right here and just duct tape their camera directly to it. Um, but this is just something to give me a bit more control and to have the camera just move in a very fluent way, kind of like in the first Halloween movie. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So tell me what you think of this design right here. If you have your own design or want to copy this design, tell me in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you later.